welcome in. We are going to be doing some beading. If you like it, please give a thumbs up, and also, subscribe down below if you're willing. Okay, so I'm using handicraft cotton for this demonstration. Need something nice and thin, like fingering weight, or cotton. Mayuki seed beads, and 2 different hooks. I am using a 1mm and a 5mm, and I'm so sorry that if you're left-handed and you're watching this, it's all backwards. I apologize. But anyway, let's get on with it. So, grabbing my cotton and my standard hook, that whatever I would be using in my project. Slip knot made, and let's make a chain. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. And going in for a double crochet into the first one. Okay, so now this last bit of the double crochet, and double crochet is only an example, it's whatever stitch you're doing. That last bit, keep your hook in and get your smaller hook. So you see, teeny weeny little thing, and grab a bead, just one. I'm going to put a couple on the table just so they're ready. Okay, that's them. Right, so I'm grabbing one bead and placing it on the hook. Whoops, on the hook, not off it. There we go. Okay. So there are a couple of ways of doing this. This is the way that I've been doing it. So put your little hook through the loop and bring that hook through with the thread right through the bead, and then the bead is on. Take your standard hook and put it back in the loop and do your next stitch, which in this case will be a double crochet. So I'm now going into the next stitch, and again it's just an example. Okay, so take my standard hook out, take my little hook, place the bead upon it, put the little hook through the loop. Oops. Oh heavens. There we go. Okay, so with the little hook, take the thread through the seed bead, and you're back with your normal hook. Make sure you hold on to that seed bead as you take the little hook out, because you don't want the seed bead to come off. So if you watch when I do it, I hold on to the seed bead as I remove the hook and put the other hook in. Okay, so regular hook out, little hook time, grab a seed, put the hook through, bring the thread through the seed and back to the standard hook. Now I'm not going to speed this up because I've only got 12 stitches, nothing huge, just enough to be able to show you what is going on and how, I hope. So I'm at the end, grab a seed, bead, bring it through the seed bead, and next hook, and go for the next stitch. There is a way of threading your yarn prior to your project so that you can bring a bead up easily as you are going. It is time consuming, you do need patience, but it's another way of doing it. Oops, get back here. Of course, make sure as soon as your standard hook is back in place, just tighten up that stitch again, because it will have loosened up with you grabbing the seed like we're doing now and throwing them all over the place. So bring that bead over, hook back in, and on with the next stitch. Now, these particular seed beads that I'm using for this demonstration are Miyake 6/0. It's a mix of blue tones, and in the little tube that I have you get approximately 20 grams. Now, the good thing with these beads is that you very rarely can't get your hook through to bring the yarn through. Sometimes with cheaper beads you do end up putting a bead ready and you just can't get that hook through because there's a piece of plastic through the middle, there's not a proper hole, or it could be that when you thread the seed bead, as you bring the thread through, you end up breaking the bead. I have only had that problem once with these beads out of 6 tubes. So these I highly recommend. So let's grab another bead. For this you really do need to be patient. It is slow work, but when you are integrating beads into your work, it takes it to a whole new level. It is so worth it. Of course, if you have little helping hands around, whether they're fur babies or skin babies, it can be a little bit awkward. But if you have some you time and you have a place where you can sit quietly, this is brilliant. I highly recommend it. Get some beads on your work. I think I've done about 3 different types of stitches in this, but at least you get the idea. Okay, so last couple. Finish that stitch, that's done. Hook out, little hook, bead, grab the yarn, pull it through the seed bead and bring back your other hook, tighten it a little bit and carry on. So this is the last stitch. Tighten it off. And that is the little demo. Oops. Let's do a row of single because then that'll just finish it off. Just standard single crochets. I'm just going to do this just to frame it a little bit, I guess. But I mean, obviously depending on your project, depends on how you do your rows, but integrating the beads isn't a difficult thing. You put them where you want to put them. Let's just show them off a little bit better for you before I put the hook down. And there we have it. Beaded. I know the camera isn't perfect and I'm so sorry, but I'll try and do a zoom up of that. But there you are. Beaded work. Makes it look wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Hopefully it has helped you out. Don't forget to please give a thumbs up. Take care and hope to see you next time. Thank you.